Hello once again, PPW Nation, and welcome to the very first episode of Prairie Pro Wrestling Revolution right here on YouTube. Thanks to the great success that we had with putting the full show of Proving Ground up on YouTube and the amount of feedback that we've had from you, the fans, we have decided now that we're going to put out these 1 hour-ish, 45 minutes to 1 hour episodes right here on YouTube as often as we possibly can so that you get a lot more of your favorite Prairie Pro Wrestling action right here for free. So go ahead and use the hashtag PPW Nation, use the hashtag PPW Revolution, and follow along on social media along with myself, Bobby Munson, and as always, the man with the angelic voice, the throat of the goat, he's Papa Smokes. Papa Smokes, Happy New Year, man!
Happy New Year to you too, Munson. I couldn't be more excited to be here for another Prairie Pro Wrestling show.
It's going to be an exciting one. We've got a huge main event after everything that we saw at Proving Ground go down between Michael Allen, Richard Clarke, and Jacob Creed. We are allowing these two absolute great competitors go one-on-one inside that squared circle tonight. All hell is about to break loose today.
Yeah, I'm worried for our safety, Munson. I'm worried for everybody's safety. This is going to get wild in a big hurry.
But we're going to enjoy it at the same time because we're all here for the same reason, and that's our true love and passion for professional wrestling. We're going to get things kicked off, though, tonight with a great matchup. We are going to see Sheik, Akbar, Shabaz inside that ring, and it's going to get big in there because Cannonball Kelly's here tonight to join him. It's going to be one hell of a match, so let's head on down to ringside to check that one out.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, you guys ready for some pro wrestling?
Well, as we said, Papa Smokes, we're in for a huge night of wrestling action here on Prairie Pro Wrestling's Revolution. Yes, we're going to get all geared up. The fans are excited live here in Saskatoon from the Cosmo Senior Center as we're heading into this match between Cannonball Kelly and Sheik Akbar Shabaz. You know, Sheik Akbar Shabaz last time around losing out to Zoe Sager. Going to want to do what he can to overcome the loss to Zoe Sager and really pick up momentum for himself heading into this matchup with Cannonball Kelly.
You know, Sheik Shabaz is going to have a few tricks up his sleeve, but he'll do anything to win. He's one of the best competitors, one of the strongest competitors that we have in PPW wrestling, and look at him as he cuts a great entrance.
Well, it's not just about his great in-ring capability there, but Sheik Akbar Shabaz carries himself like a star when he comes out to this ring. People know who he is, and he leaves a lasting memory in the fans' minds, whether or not he's picking up the win or the loss. And you know what? The fans in Saskatoon might not be huge on Sheik Akbar Shabaz due to his attitude and some of his underhanded ways of winning his matchups, but man, he really can get things done inside the squared circle, and he is one hell of a competitor for us here in Prairie Pro Wrestling.
Absolutely, Munson. I can't wait to see these two big guys go at it.
Whoever's stupid enough to walk down there and get an ass whooping from me, you better come down and be prepared because tonight is going to ruin all your Christmas holidays and your dreams of cancer.
As we get prepared for Cannonball Kelly to make his entrance. For some of our fans unfamiliar with Cannonball Kelly's body of work so far, Papa Smokes, I'm going to get you to maybe fill him in on this larger-than-life individual's storied career that he's had so far in pro wrestling.
Yeah, Cannonball Kelly's definitely one of the more popular wrestlers in Saskatchewan's history, most recent history anyway. He's wrestled for a number of companies, but now Prairie Pro Wrestling. He's a wild man. He's a brawler. He's popular with the fans, and he gets the job done in the ring. He's here with his manager, Johnny Two Fingers, which adds another element to his game, and I'm looking for a big outing from Cannonball Kelly tonight.
And also shared a lot of recent success and stuff in some of the companies he's been a part of, holding championships along some of those companies, especially if you look at, say, Ringside Wrestling, also here in Saskatchewan. Cannonball Kelly, top of the card over there in Ringside Wrestling.
Yeah, absolutely. Almost everywhere he goes, he's a big draw. The fans love him. The fans get behind everything he does in the ring. But he's got his work cut out for him tonight with the Big Sheik.
Well, you know, in the past that you and I have been witness to both these two wrestling matches, and even wrestling one hell of a match against each other that we had the privilege of calling in the past as well too, Papa Smokes. One hell of an encounter there, but man, Sheik Shabaz can really pour it on, as you see, not hesitating at all to take Cannonball Kelly down as we start this one up here tonight.
Yeah, I think it's in the Sheik's best interest not to let Cannonball Kelly get any momentum going. You can see he's going to give him a shot right off the bat here, try and soften him up a bit. Oh, but Cannonball is not having that.
Not at all, coming in with those chops. Cannonball Kelly puts his head down and gets a kick to the face, but there he goes, that chop taking Sheik Akbar Shabaz straight down to the mat. And these two behemoth men going one-on-one here. I mean, they're throwing the chops, they're throwing the hits early on, but man, when these two pick up momentum, they can move around that ring like nobody's business. Hard right hand there from Kelly, taking Sheik Akbar Shabaz down again and tosses him straight to the outside. Sheik is on Dream Street early on in this one, and he turns around and gets a little sight of Johnny Two Fingers hanging around the ring there. And Kelly coming back in for the attack on Sheik Akbar Shabaz.
Well, you know, the Sheik better have eyes on the back of his head, too. I haven't seen Johnny Two Fingers as a manager very often, but he's out there with that cane, and I think the Sheik better keep an eye on that.
See Johnny Two Fingers winding Cannonball Kelly up, and the big boot taking Sheik Akbar Shabaz straight down. What an exciting encounter we've got here, and Sheik is really going to have to do something to get his composure back. Cannonball Kelly taking the time to have a little high five with the audience at ringside here tonight, and we want to thank the PPW Nation not only for selling out our shows here in Saskatoon at the Cosmo Senior Center, but also for being a part of the experience here on YouTube as well with us. And oh, the big boot from Sheik takes Kelly down. That slight distraction by Sheik Akbar Shabaz is enough to get him right back into this one. Jeez, massively tossing the big man into the corner, and right back to the outside we go. And the look on Kelly's face there from that.
Absolutely, he's wondering how strong the Sheik actually is. He was going to take him to the turnbuckle there and threw him right out of the ring.
And we're going to have to get this one back into the squared circle. They spent a lot of time on the outside here, trying to use the elements of the outside of the ring, and holy Jesus! Whoa. Cannonball up for the slam and down onto that ramp.
There's that strength we were talking about again. It picked up Cannonball like he was nothing, and a hard slam onto that unforgiving ramp. We're not going to see too much wrestling, too much classic grappling in this match, as you've noticed. It's a brawl to the outside. Oh no.
It looks like Sheik might be looking to use Johnny Two Fingers Kane at this point. I gotta say, Johnny Two Fingers not afraid of Sheik Akbar Shabaz one bit there, grabbing his cane back and making sure that he keeps his investment protected there in the ring. And Kelly's got Sheik Akbar Shabaz up on that top rope, so man, that is a hell of a lot of weight that's going up there.
Oh boy, what does he have planned here?
This can't be good. Oh my goodness, Papa Smokes, did you check that out? Oh, Kelly's got this crowd just rising right up out of their seats. They're excited. What a move, a hurricanrana from the top ropes from the big man.
Well, you look at the size and body type of Cannonball Kelly, you don't think he's going to be capable of doing some of these acrobatic moves. Look at this now.
Jeez.
He's extremely agile for a man his size.
And right into that lariat clothesline, taking Sheik down, but only a 2 count. Now that's the thing, you can hit Sheik with a lot of huge, powerful moves and stuff like that, but it takes a lot to keep Sheik Akbar Shabaz down for the count of 3. And if you're joining us on social media here today for this one, follow along using the hashtag Shabaz versus Kelly. Remember, you can also tune in by checking out the hashtag PPW Revolution or PPW Nation. Any of those will do just fine. Join both Papa Smokes and I on social media and watch this along together. And a huge cannonball right into the corner. Sheik Akbar Shabaz has got to have the wind knocked out of him at this point. And 2.5 is all that it's going to be. Not quite enough to keep him down once again.
That was a close one, but Shabaz, a competitor all the way, he's kicking out before that 3.
Wow! I mean, man, Sheik got those knees up, preventing himself from taking another hit there. But man, the athleticism from Cannonball Kelly on display at the exact same time. Might have gone to the well one too many times with that one. There's that code breaker, and now you can guarantee that Cannonball Kelly does not even know what city he's in at the moment. And could this be it from Sheik Akbar Shabaz? Lifting the big man up.
Good God, Munson, look at the strength.
That's that crucifix powerbomb takes Kelly down. That has got to be it. I don't think he's kicking out of this one. That's it. 3 count. Sheik Akbar Shabaz picking up a massive victory here tonight.
Good God, that was devastating.
I think you could safely say that Sheik Akbar Shabaz has done what he needed to do in order to redeem himself after picking up that loss at Proving Ground to Zoe Sager. And he's looking to continue this winning streak as Prairie Pro Wrestling continues to roll on here in 2020.
Yeah, Sheik Shabaz is used to being in the top ranks of the wrestlers in any company he wrestles in. PPW is no exception to that, and this win tonight cements him as one of the top stars in this company.
It definitely does, and he's getting a little cheeky with the audience on hand here tonight. That's that attitude that the Saskatoon crowd has come to really dislike about Sheik Akbar Shabaz. All right, welcome back, fans. What a match that was. A big, huge win for Sheik Akbar Shabaz over Cannonball Kelly. Papa Smokes, your take on the encounter there.
A wild brawl from these 2 huge men, and Sheik Akbar Shabaz, always impressive getting the 1, 2, 3.
Definitely, and Sheik Akbar Shabaz picking up the big win, climbing up the ladder here in Prairie Pro Wrestling. But speaking about climbing up the ladder, 2 individuals that are going to want to do the same thing we've got coming up next. Let the fans know who we got here.
We got Merle Graves versus Danger Zone Mitch Clarke. This should be a dandy.
It's going to be wild. Let's head on down to the ringside.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is a singles match scheduled for one fall.
Here we are Heading down for Merle Graves taking on Mitch Danger Zone Clarke. Should be a great encounter here. Merle Graves, been doing really good ring work. Some of the best ring work I've seen him do, and all the times that I've had an opportunity to witness his matchups and stuff like that. I mean, we could say he's only a moment away from that big victory that he's looking so hard to achieve here in Prairie Pro Wrestling.
Yeah, Merle Graves, he's creepy, but he's also dangerous too. He's like a sadistic style of wrestler. He's looking to hurt his opponents, and you can't underestimate him for a moment.
But his opponent here tonight, not only a dangerous man, but probably one of the most interesting and fun wrestlers that I've come across in quite some time. If you have not had a chance to see Mitch Danger Zone Clarke in a ring, you're going to be treated to a real treat here tonight. I mean, this guy is a former Danger Man for a reason, a former UFC fighter, all the accolades you can think of in terms of the mixed martial arts world, but also great accolades on his own merit with the wrestling and stuff like that too. He's the Monster Pro Wrestling heavyweight champion, for starters there. But he's also just a fun guy in general. If you follow this man online, he's always having a laugh, being comical, getting fans interested in what he's doing. I mean, Mitch Danger Zone Clarke is a great addition here to the Prairie Pro Wrestling team.
Yeah, couldn't agree with you more on that one. It seems like he came from the world of very serious mixed martial arts grappling, but his transition to pro wrestling has been quite smooth. He uses a different outlook and a different character in professional wrestling. He's in the danger zone, and the fans love to watch him.
And this should be a great encounter here tonight. Danger Zone is going to give us a great performance. At the same time, like you said, down and dirty Merle is going to get in there, and he is going to give Mitch Danger Zone Clarke one hell of a competition here. Already, Danger Zone Clarke getting his fans behind him, getting the cheering going, getting the clapping going, and we love that here in Saskatoon. We want you to be noisy. Get your voices heard out there. And there's some of that fun-loving attitude that we were just talking about from Mitch Danger Zone Clarke there. Having a little good fun at the expense of his opponent here tonight. Again, while it's fun and interesting, it can also come across as something that might be to his detriment too. If he takes his eyes off the prize for a little bit too long, that is when Merle Graves might take an opportunity to capitalize and do what it takes to put Danger Zone down here tonight.
Yeah, like he just did. He's got that side wrist lock on. He's trying to keep Mitch down on the mat, but Mitch having none of it. He's a very agile competitor, and now he's got Merle Graves a little bit frustrated.
A little frustrated, but at the same time, Merle Graves could be playing the smart move here. Slow it down a little bit, gain your composure, get back into this thing. He cannot let Danger Zone Clarke get inside of his head. He's heading back into the squared circle. This thing is going to kick off here. Right away, nice smooth move there from Mitch Danger Zone Clarke, blocking the arm. Now with the side headlock.
Beautiful takedown. Clarke giving away a few pounds to Merle Graves, but handling the weight with superior technique. Oh, and even giving him a little pink belly there, 2 months. And did you ever get one of those in the schoolyard when you were a kid?
Oh yeah, you being the chubby kid at school, you usually had a few of the bullies that loved to give those to you and stuff like that. But hey, I eventually became bigger than all of them, and I was the one dishing them out eventually. Gotta ask though, did they even have schools back in your day there, Papa Smokes?
Well, it was, we just learned from Socrates and the boys.
Oh, that's good. Good. At least you had good teachers.
More of that nice wrestling technique. Mitch Clarke, no shortage of excellent grappling in his repertoire.
And where in the first matchup we saw a lot of that more hard style, the straight up fight, the brawling type techniques from the two competitors, you're going to get a lot less of that here tonight. You're going to get a lot more of that classic wrestling like we both really enjoy. And I know that a lot of fans out there in the PPW Nation enjoy as well too, and it's why they're tuning in right here, right now for this matchup.
And if you're following along on social media, remember you can use the hashtag Graves versus Clarke for this one.
Oh, nice judo throw there too. This is a pleasure to watch Mitch Danger Zone Clarke. He's got such an excellent move set, and he just knows how to wrestle. He's going to get inside Merle Graves' defenses here and really try and wear him down. But Merle's not having that either. He's back to that front face lock now.
Well, as much as Danger Zone Clarke has, been a dangerous fighter and stuff, a competitor over his years and stuff like that, he's still very fresh to the wrestling industry, as where Merle Graves actually has the experience over him when it comes to the squared circle. Merle Graves has been here for quite a long time. He's had a lot of experience, a lot of different opponents over the years. He's definitely going to give Mitch Clarke a bit of a schooling here tonight. Just a 2 count though, not able enough to keep Danger Zone down. There, as you said before, some of the underhanded tricks and stuff that Merle Graves is willing to go to in order to keep his opponents down. Sometimes you just have to go to those darker places inside yourself in order to get those victories. I mean, that's what it's all about in professional wrestling. You want to pick up the victories, you want to gain that status because you want to be the top dog. Eventually, you're going to want to be the guy vying for a championship. I should say 2019 Pop Smokes, the guy or the gal, the wrestler vying for a championship. Nice eye right there from Merle Graves.
Yeah, there we go again. He's gonna see what the ref's gonna allow and how strict the ref is gonna be with this. But you can get away with a little bit of that in most wrestling matches, and Merle's gonna take that as far as he can.
Only a 2 count that covered a little nonchalant and stuff like that. But hey, you know what? Merle Graves has got Mitch Clarke trying to shake off the cobwebs at this point in time. So Merle Graves firmly in control of this matchup. Imagine what he's going to do from here. And just choking right across the neck of Mitch Clarke there. Using the weight of his body in order to push Clarke's throat down onto those ropes. Swinging right hand from Merle Graves. He winds those things right up, Papa Smokes. I'm sure they hurt like hell every time they land.
Referee asked him if he was using an open hand too. I'm not too sure if he was using one or not by the Clarke's reaction. I think that might have been a closed fist.
Still just a 2. Merle Graves starting to get a little frustrated at this point. Feels like he's done enough to keep his opponent down, but Mitch Clarke still managing to kick out. Mitch Clarke throwing those elbows, coming back into this one. Takes him down with the clothesline. There's that momentum that Mitch Clarke needed. He is on fire now, Papa Smokes.
Nice T-bone suplex there. That's what you don't want to let Mitch Clarke do, is get into the danger zone, and that's what he's looking like he's going to do.
Taking Merle Graves into the corner. Merle Graves looking worse for wear at this point in time. Looking like he's really been worn down now.
It's maybe going to take him to all 4 corners here, give all the fans a good look at this beating.
Oh, and it's blocked by Merle Graves. Still finding enough strength deep inside of himself to make sure that Mitch Clarke doesn't get all 4 corners. Now, Merle Graves back in control. And we're heading up for this one. What could he possibly have in store here for Mitch Clarke as he heads to the top ropes? Mitch Clarke pushing him down though. It's Superman punch from that rope.
Oh,
there it is. It
God.
lands. I don't think anybody's getting up from this one.
Graves is out.
And that is it.
Yeah.
Mitch Clarke picking up a huge victory here tonight.
Wow. Very impressive. I'm also impressed with Merle Graves in that match, showing some offense, showing some thought put into his offense and his defense. He came up on the short end of the stick this time, but Merle Graves will be back, and we'll be seeing more of Mitch, Danger Zone Clarke in the near future as well.
Definitely will. He's quickly becoming a fan favorite amongst the PPW Nation. So if you do enjoy Mitch Clarke's work, let him know how you feel online. At the same time, also show some love for Merle Graves. Like you said, one hell of a competitor, doing a great job. And I only feel like Merle Graves he's one move away from that victory that he's looking for here in Prairie Pro Wrestling.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And definitely the frustration obviously kicked in a little bit with Merle Graves there as he's being helped back to the locker room by the referee. But not happily anyway. Oh, wait a second. We can backstage with our cameraman. What the hell is going on here?
What is this, Munson?
If I'm not mistaken, that's Creed and Michael Allen Richard Clarke in amongst a pile of bodies here, but it definitely is. There's Michael Allen Richard Clarke, there's Jacob Creed. This is, I don't know what to say here, Pop Smokes. This is...
Okay, we are back, fans, and I'm speechless at the moment, Papa Smokes. I don't really know what to say at this point in time. We have had a very bad incident take place backstage, something very uncalled for. Jacob Creed, Michael Allen, Richard Clarke getting into it with each other backstage there, as you guys just saw. I mean, these two are about to have a main event here tonight, Papa Smokes. This is coming unhinged very quickly.
Yeah, we saw some of the heat from this start at the last card during their match. There was a violent encounter, there was some blood, there were bad feelings all around, and that certainly carried over onto this event.
It definitely has, so we're going to be seeing that coming up. But before that, we've got two fantastic competitors. We've got a man whose YouTube videos you might have seen right here on our channel. He is the smartest man in professional wrestling, Bucky McGraw, and he's been giving all of the fans a re-education as of late, looking to give a re-education to his opponent, Phil Deadly, tonight. What are your takes on this one, Pop Smokes?
Yeah, Bucky McGraw's come into PPW with a new attitude. He's using his intellect, he's using his smarts, and he's coming across as a very dangerous competitor at this point. I'm looking forward to this.
It should be good. Let's head on down to ringside for that encounter.
After the last show, we saw the emotion and everything boil over, and clearly the bad feelings have remained.
I mean, we've got a main event coming up featuring Michael Allen, Richard Clarke, and Jake Creed. These two can't even keep their hands off each other backstage. This is insanity. We got more to go on with here. As we said, Bucky McGraw been excellent here in Prairie Pro Wrestling, giving the fans a re-education. His re-education videos on YouTube have been a smashing success for us here at Prairie Pro Wrestling. The fans are tuning in, whether they're tuning in because they enjoy their re-education or they're tuning in because they want to know what Bucky's going to say next and they dislike what he's saying. Either way, I feel like this guy has completely revitalized himself in professional wrestling, and I feel like he's going to be a strong competitor here at Prairie Pro Wrestling moving forward for us.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. We've seen Bucky McGraw plenty of times in the past, but as you can see, he's reinvented himself. He's taking that intellect to a new level. He's got his re-education manual, and he obviously means business in the Prairie Pro Wrestling ring.
But speaking of business, his opponent here tonight, a very skilled individual who means a lot of business as well, and just a great overall guy in general. We've got Phil Deadly, or AKA Uncle Phil, going to be joining us here for this matchup tonight.
A huge favorite among PPW fans and Saskatchewan wrestling fans in general. They love to cheer Uncle Phil.
Certainly do, and we're going to get one great matchup here. Two very skilled wrestlers inside that squared circle, both have taken their craft and harnessed it in many different places around the globe and stuff like that. Learning from some of the best and always pushing to improve themselves constantly. I've seen great improvement in the little bit of time that I've known both these individuals, and I'm expecting probably one of the top matches here tonight. And the fans love him. Uncle Phil Deadly heading down to ringside. I've seen this guy in some classics Pop Smoke, some absolute wars that we've had the opportunity to call over the year and stuff like that. I mean, you can always rely on Uncle Phil to give you a competitive matchup inside that squared circle.
Absolutely. We've seen him with some big wins as singles competitor, as a tag team competitor. Part of last year, he was out with an in-ring injury to the lower body. It's great to see Phil back in a Saskatoon ring for PPW. I couldn't be happier, and yet, as you can see, these fans are happy about it as well.
Definitely are. Looking in great shape as well, too. And I know that he's been doing some traveling as of late, making sure that he gets himself ready for this, preparing himself to become a top guy here in Prairie Pro Wrestling. But he is in for one hell of a fight, one hell of a matchup. Bucky McGraw is not going to make this easy for Phil Deadly. The referee calls for the bell to get this one started up. It is going to be electric here tonight. This has been one great episode of Prairie Pro Wrestling Revolution in general. We've seen two great matches so far. We're in for this third one. We've seen that fight that I still can't get over backstage breakout, and we're going to address that here shortly enough as we head into the final match, our main event of the evening. But man, I mean, so many talking points here tonight from our very first official Revolution episode here on YouTube. And if you want to continue to see many videos, not only of these type, the Revolution wrestling videos themselves, but also the ones presented by the likes of your Bucky McGraws and stuff like that, Bucky consistently sending in videos for re-education. They are great videos, excellent watch. I suggest tuning in. So make sure to get subscribed to the Prairie Pro Wrestling YouTube channel and tell your friends all about it as well too. You'll have an opportunity to see Bucky McGraw and many of your favorite stars as often as possible.
Well, it looked like Bucky McGraw wanted to give Phil Deadly a little bit of re-education there with a hand stuck out for the handshake, but Phil's not falling for it. He's getting right into this match, and a big body slam on Bucky McGraw right there.
We're getting a little too damn deadly right here. Doing a little shaking, and there, dropping the big leg. That was excellent. A lot of fun from Uncle Phil Deadly. That's still not enough to put Bucky McGraw down for the count. Looks like Phil Deadly definitely has been scoping out Bucky McGraw as of late. Phil's been prepared for what Bucky McGraw's got to throw at him. It almost seems to me like Bucky McGraw is going to have to look deeper into his playbook here in order to get the advantage over Uncle Phil.
Yeah. Phil Deadly has got this match scouted out by the look of it. He's not buying what Bucky McGraw has to sell quite yet, and he's looking for a big win to cement his status in PPW also.
You see there using some of that intelligence to drag Uncle Phil Deadly down, and now Bucky McGraw using that 5 count to his advantage in order to cut off the windpipe of Phil Deadly and then drop that drop kick right to the back. Man, that has got to sting. And just a 2 count though, Uncle Phil managing to kick out of that one. Bucky McGraw definitely not hesitating at all. Just getting right down in there, making sure to beat his opponent down, really do what he can to drag down everything he can about Phil Deadly in this one, trying to make him weaker and weaker so that he can put him down for the victory. Man, those shots take a lot out of you right there. And the cover hooks the leg. No, just the 2, just the 2. Trying to bounce back, but Bucky McGraw is not having anything of it. Whip into the ropes. Up and over, but no, Phil Deadly had that one scouted. Well done by Phil Deadly, but Bucky McGraw kicking out of that one. Oh, the knee to the face takes him down. And you can see Bucky McGraw definitely proud of himself on that encounter, showing off to the fans. let him know that right there is what he's been talking about with his re-education.
Yeah, he's got that cravat hold on there, kind of a immobilizing chokehold. He'll lay those knees in there. This is textbook Bucky McGraw right here. Oh, a little knee drop to the forehead.
Those blows to the head inevitably, start to prevent you from being able to see properly. You start to not be able to think properly and stuff like that. And, when you're going up against somebody where intelligence is the name of their game, it becomes very, very difficult when you cannot think on your feet inside the squared circle against them. Cover not quite enough. Look at that by Bucky McGraw. Just looking to wear Phil Deadly right down.
A classic wrestling hold, a rear headlock there, but look at how he's got the legs, his own legs wrapped around Phil's body just to immobilize him. Phil's going to have a hard time getting out of this hold. Meanwhile, Bucky can just wear Deadly down with this rear headlock and take all of his energy away. Look at how much energy Phil is expending just to get back to his feet.
Oh, that was very, very great work from Phil Deadly. That drop kick right to the leg, and he's taking Bucky McGraw down. I think Phil Deadly just he's hit a whole new level. It's like he got a second wind now. He's right back into this thing. It goes for the cover. Close but no cigar. 2.5.
Some frustration from Phil. Will he be able to get on track again here and stun Bucky McGraw enough to get that 3 count? We'll see. He's got him on the apron here. We'll see if he's going to bring him back into the ring.
Clubbing blows across the back just to ease things up a little bit. Drag Bucky back in. Oh, what a devastating maneuver. That could be it. Oh, smokes. Got the leg hooked. But no, 2 3/4. We were close, but not quite enough. Bucky McGraw manages to live another day in this one.
Bucky looked like he was completely out of it there. Don't know how he found the strength to kick out of that pinning predicament.
He might still be out of it. He's taken a hell of a long time to recover right now. Phil Deadly has got time to think about what his next maneuver is. Get it locked in.
And there's the smarts of Bucky McGraw. He couldn't let the match finish there. He pushed him into the corner. And now he's got some idea of possibly finishing this off right now.
Deadly managing to catch him, putting Bucky to the top rope. And what could be in store here as Phil's climbing up. Bucky puts him right back down though. Oh no!
That landing didn't go so great for McGraw.
Not at all. He might have tweaked a knee or an ankle. He seems to be favoring the ankle by the looks of it, Papa Smokes.
Yeah, that left ankle took the brunt of that leap into the ring there. Now Bucky's...
Oh, wait a second.
Uh-oh.
No, come on. I saw that re-education book coming to play, and that's what it takes. The DDT onto the re-education book, and Bucky McGraw picking up a victory.
And isn't he pleased with himself? The re-education goes on, yes. Wow. Quite an impressive victory by Bucky McGraw.
Well, no matter how the victory was earned nonetheless. And Bucky McGraw is your victor here tonight. Great win for him. But a hell of a match. We knew it was going to be very competitive, and Phil Deadly gave him a good run for his money. Both guys I see great futures for here in Prairie Pro Wrestling.
Absolutely, and I bet you this little disagreement isn't over yet. Phil Deadly will not take that loss lightly.
Definitely won't, but You, the fans, are getting a re-education right now, and you can continue to tune into the re-education of Bucky McGraw each and every time he joins us here in a Prairie Pro Wrestling ring. So whether you get to join us for the live experience here in Saskatoon, or whether you're joining us from around the globe, we thank you, PPW Nation, for being able to take this in, enjoy this with us, and really get the opportunity to enjoy Western Canadians' best professional wrestlers. Bucky McGraw among many greats that we have stepping inside of a Prairie Pro Wrestling ring on a regular basis.
What a huge win for Bucky McGraw that was, Papa Smokes. Getting that victory, using some of that intelligence that you speak so highly about that he's been utilizing since coming into Prairie Pro Wrestling. Massive for him. Let's talk a little bit about that one.
Well, Bucky McGraw's got his book. He's got a new mindset. He's got a new attitude coming into these shows at PPW, and we just saw him pick up a win. He's looking to get into the high ranks of Prairie Pro Wrestling.
Yeah, gave a re-education to Phil Deadly. He's been giving a re-education to you, the fans, right here on YouTube, so you can definitely check that out each and every time that we put up one of the re-education videos from Bucky McGraw. But now, it's what you've all come here for. We know you love a good main event, and we've got one. We know it's becoming a massive match for us because of all the heat involved with this one. Jacob Creed, Michael Allen, Richard Clarke. Let them know, Papa Smokes, what can we expect here tonight?
To be honest, I don't know what to expect. I think it's going to get wild. I think it's going to get emotional. These two hate each other. It's spilled outside of the ring and into the dressing room and the outside ring area. It's going to get wild in a big hurry, and I can't wait to see.
It certainly is. Well, let's not keep anybody any longer. Head on down to ringside. Let's check it out for ourselves.
Keeping things moving right along, the following contest is a singles match scheduled for one fall.
And now, maybe against some of our best judgment, we're going to give them another opportunity. Despite that fight we saw in the backstage area earlier tonight, we're going to see how this pans out.
Yeah, these guys are professionals, Munson. I think it'll be fine. They'll work it out inside the ring. There's enough violent activity they can do to each other in the ring. I want to see who can win a wrestling match between Jacob Creed and Michael Allen Richard Clarke.
Two of the absolute best in Canadian professional wrestling as Michael Allen Richard Clarke makes his way down to the ringside. Oh my goodness!
Oh, sneak attack.
Where did this come from? Jacob Creed has just come right out and just is trying to start something here already. Like what is going on, Pop Smokes? This is not right. Like the whole locker room's coming out here.
Well, so much for our wrestling match here, Munson. This brawl is continuing. There's such bad blood between these two huge competitors, and it's taking the whole dressing room just to break these two guys apart.
We got to get this under control. This is not right. I mean, absolute everybody down at ringside right now trying to stop these two from killing each other. I mean, these two really want to slaughter one another.
Wow. I've never seen anything quite like this, Munson. We knew it was going to get bad after the match at the last show that we mentioned. Creed had rubbed the heel of his boot across Clarke's forehead, injuring him in the process, and the bad feelings persist from this, obviously.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to have a match here at all, Munson. This is looking serious.
Well, I believe PPW management has just told Creed to leave, get his stuff and leave. He was just told to exit the building. I mean, we got to get things. This This is mayhem, Bob. I suppose I don't even know what to say at this point. I'm beside myself. We've got to get some clarification on what's going down here. These actions are completely uncalled for. The language is uncalled for. Oh, hold on here.